What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning in to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. As always, it's your boy GQ Tuesday, Shondell up in this thing. And we got Ace the GOAT, and we got my boy Sneaky Sam up in here, Shell. So y'all already know. Right now, we finna just hop into this topic right here. And we finna just talk about, man, what's next for Ben Simmons with KD gone out of the Nets, Kyrie gone as well on the Mavs. What's next for Ben Simmons? Because they just went from fourth seed contenders, maybe one of the favorites in the East to win the whole thing. So now it's just been there. So what's really next for Ben Simmons? Go ahead, Ace. Tell me what you got on Ben Simmons. What you thinking?
I'm thinking it's over with for Ben, honestly.
Mm.
I'm thinking I'm thinking his career is just might be done, bro. If you look to see his usage since, let's say, the end of December, the end of January, I'm sorry, you can tell, like, it shows that his minutes have been reducing. And you look at Coach Vaughn's press conference about him and everything, to me, it just seemed like he's just unsure. The team is really unsure how he fit in, especially with these new pieces now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know the right fit for him. They don't know the right lineup to put around him and everything like that. So I feel like he's just gonna ride the bench and, like, come on, like, bro, he averaging 6'6". It's over with.
He is not Drake. He is not Drake.
He obviously the devil or something. It ain't working.
Go ahead, Sheldon. I know you love Ben Simmons. You gonna bust out that Philly Ben Simmons jersey for us right quick? Go ahead, tell us about Ben, man.
I still believe in Ben.
What is it, bro? Like, why can't he get back to that Ben Simmons? We know what Ben Simmons can be. Why can't he get back to that? Like, what's going on?
He still has the demons in his head. He still has the demons. I think he just hasn't gotten through it, honestly. Because he's had spurts, but not a lot of spurts this year of what he can really do. And I feel like I'm not even going to use the excuses fit because he had KD and Kyrie next to him and he did nothing. But I feel like Jock Vaughn has basically kind of given up on him. But do trade him. I think, bro, I don't want to hear that there's nobody that bro. Somebody wants him. And I feel like it's just the right wants him. Like, what? Because, like, you have to put, he's basically LeBron with no shot. So basically, you just have to put shooters. You can't put, obviously, like A said in press conference, Jock Vaughn, he said, if you put him next to Claxton, he's basically gonna clog the hole. Duh, of course. He can't do nothing. He can't shoot. But if you put him next to, obviously, like when he had Joel Embiid, because look, all them people we had, even when he had JJ Redick, Frank Korkmaz, obviously Joel, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, he had all them, Tyrese Maxey. He had shooters. He had shooters around him. You have to put the shooters around him. And I just feel like he's just giving up on him. But I think if he goes to the right situation, we can see the next Ben Simmons. But I ain't gonna go, no, his career's over. No, I'm not doing
Hold on, wait.
Yeah. He don't. It look like he don't even be trying though. He just be out there. He just out there gonna grab a couple boards. He ain't really trying to press. He ain't trying to press nobody. He ain't locking nobody up. He getting beat on defense. He's just not a game changer no more. And it's like he's not even trying to be something.
I think the demons are still in his head. Like I said, I think he just hasn't beaten the demons.
Gee, what is it? I
think his career over.
What's a better situation for Ben to be like? You was around KD and Kyrie. What better shooters is it to put around Seth Curry too? What better shooters? What's the better?
Seth Curry he wasn't doing nothing, but I give you the KD Kyrie.
What's the better situation? It wasn't no better situation for him than that. What's the better situation for him?
I think he needs to really, because sometimes I do think, like, when he goes into the offseason, he just probably just be chilling. He probably works out here and there, but he probably just be chilling, going out the country somewhere and doing his thing. But he hasn't. I feel like he hasn't
about
really
being a part of phase.
I feel like he hasn't.
It's that Kardashian curse.
He not even. He was literally just engaged to a different woman, though. He literally just broke up with his fiance.
I feel like,
don't nobody ever recover from that Kardashian curse, though. Look at Chris Humphries.
Devin Booker.
Okay, with the exception, but
I feel like he hasn't sat down and really thought about, okay, I'm scared to go to the hole. I'm scared to get foul or whatever. He hasn't sat down and talked to himself about that. and he just don't think about it. But I'm like I said, I'm not gonna say he's on his way out the league. I'm not gonna. He's not. He's younger than us, so I don't think
Low
he's
key be
not out
forgetting
the league.
that.
Huh?
Look,
Low
this
key
my
be
thing with
forgetting
Ben.
that.
This my thing. I think Ben Simmons right now. I think it don't even matter if you trade Ben. I think his trade value is low. I think if
It's
you
low.
trade Ben right now, it's more about what you used to do. Ben needs to he needs to understand this is a what have you done for me now league. Ben Simmons needs to prove to us that he's still a good, high quality all-star player. He hasn't proven to us. He needs to get out there and say that I can average more than 6 points. Like he can actually average. He can't just average 15, 16. Ben Simmons needs to average somewhere near 18, 19 points, maybe low 20s. He needs to get there. Ben Simmons he got coddled. And I think we finally seeing the coach that's actually spanking him, cutting his minutes down, saying that you can't get away with not shooting. Ben fouling out beginning of the season. Like, I'm not going to hold you. Ben Simmons is probably one of the biggest reasons that the Nets weren't as good as they could have been. It's real. He deserves some fault because he wasn't out there. He wasn't playing the defense that we thought he could be. He wasn't being that great of a passer, and he just refused to shoot the damn ball. He had like multiple games with 0 points, bro. You Ben Simmons all-star. Where you gonna trade Ben Simmons to? If you just came from a team with all these shooters around you, where can Ben Simmons really go? Where can he really go?
Honestly, off the top of my head, I really don't know. I have to go back later and think of that.
Miami.
But you just gotta, like I said, bro. He hasn't confronted the demons, and I still think he can be Philly Ben Simmons. I mean, you said he got average 18, 19. And I think he can do that. But remember, on Philly, he was basically 18, 8, and 8. And I feel like he can do that. But, man, when he played against the Hawks, man, that just messed him up. It really just messed him up from there. It really just messed him up. And then basically the Sixers giving up on basically like they talked about him. And I mean, obviously we're all different people. You know, we just feel differently from it. Like when they basically said all that stuff in the press conference, we probably would have said, man, whatever. But to him, it was probably just different. Like they just basically said, it's your fault that we lost. That's basically what they said. It's your fault that we lost.
Okay, I got this question. So the contenders right now for a ring, we got the Celtics. He don't fit on the Celtics.
He's not going there.
He don't fit on the 76ers. He don't fit on the Bucks. He don't fit on Denver. He don't fit on the Lakers. He don't fit on the Mavs. He don't fit on the Suns. Where can Ben Simmons go? He don't fit on
anything about contenders.
But I'm just saying, like with Ben Simmons, he was one of those players. Like this last year was like, man, Ben Simmons, Philly trade him. He can go to if he do this, he go here. He put them on this. He put them on top. Man, Ben Simmons, any of those teams we say just a year back looking to, he go to any of those teams. Ben Simmons don't do nothing to help them. Man, if he fight more than demons. He fight more than demons.
If anything, you're just gonna be a defensive player. Not, I don't want you. I definitely don't want the ball in your hands. I really don't want you trying to set people up too.
No, you capping on that, bro. Don't act like his passing and setting people up is bad. Don't do that.
He got a good pass. I'm not saying
that
it's bad, but it's.
I'm
not saying that it's bad, bro. But I've been seeing the turnovers lately. I don't trust Ben no more for real.
Don't do that, bro.
I don't trust Ben.
Now, if you say, okay, I just want you to maybe post up, but like initiate.
He's not even gonna do that though.
Going to the hole or something. Like, okay, I get you that because he's probably just gonna pass it out. But if I just need him to just post up, I mean, I think he can post up. I seen him have some okay post moves. He can do that. But like I said, I don't know. But I believe in Ben Simmons. I really do. I still got faith in him. I'm not gonna give up on him.
I know we're gonna talk about like most disappointing teams, but like this just come to my head. Like Ben Simmons is up there for one of the most disappointing players this season. Like, this was supposed to be a redeem. This was been a redeem
turnaround year.
Paul George coming back, Kawhi coming back, Dame coming back, John Wall coming back, Kyrie coming back. It's supposed to be a redeem season. Ben Simmons is tied with Rudy Gobert for most disappointing player this season.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Yeah, I don't have nothing against that. You can. Yeah, I agree with that. Because I feel like nobody thought he was gonna play this bad, bro. Like nobody thought he was gonna like. I
Am I
thought
being
he
too
was
hard?
just
It's
Honestly,
his
gonna play
first year.
I thought
good,
it was gonna be a
decent.
Am I being too
turnaround year.
hard? It's his first year after injury. Am I being too hard on Ben Simmons though?
I mean, no, because
Bro,
he's been playing. Well, he's had injuries, but he's been playing. So it's not like
how
he
long did
just
he sit
came
out?
back like say a month ago. He's been playing, but he's had injuries. So no, not really. I mean, Ben Simmons has been bad this year. He's been worse than
Bro,
bad.
what
He's been terrible. He's been
and
garbage.
all that, like you say, all that coddling is over with.
Yeah.
No, give it to him straight how it is, man. Take his
Markel
minutes
Fultz
away.
playing better than him. And they got him up out of there. Markel Fultz playing better than him.
I mean, but think about it though.
Maybe maybe
Markel,
they take the right situation.
wait. Think about it though. It took to get rid of the demons in his head with the shooting woes, though. It did take him a minute. I'm not gonna say that could happen with Ben Simmons, but we can't act like Markel Fultz didn't have the demons of shooting in his head, and then it took him a minute to get back to being decent.
I'm gonna say this about Markel Fultz. Markel Fultz, when he got down into Orlando, he did have some times when he was trying to get it going. He got it going, tore his ACL. He got it going before he tore his ACL. I was like, dang, yo, Markel Fultz. He was one of the highest rated point guards in the pick and roll. He was super efficient. Tore his ACL, got back this year. And I'm like, yo, this dude is still good. He playing even better now, shooting the ball well. I'm going to say Markel Fultz, he was in Philly. He dealt with a lot. Now he back home because I think he grew up in Orlando, Florida, or something like that. So, I mean, I always say this. These players need to think about going to like these small markets. Ben Simmons, maybe it's time for you to go to like a you can't even go to the
Well, I mean, it was a team that believed in Markel, and I'm not gonna say the 76ers didn't help Markel Fultz try to get through his shooting, but the Magic traded for him. That means they wanted him and they believed in him. And obviously at that time you had Markel, Ben Simmons, Joel. Obviously at that time Ben Simmons was way better than Markel. He was way better than him. So obviously you're gonna choose Ben Simmons over Markel. But the Magic believed in him. It took him a minute. To get past the shooting wall. And obviously, and he's the starting point guard now. He's playing decent. He ain't playing raw. He's not playing like the number one pick he was, but he's playing decent. I give him that. He's playing decent. But it took him a minute to get past them shooting. It took him a minute. Like, we can't act like it took him a year and then no, it took him more than a year to get past them shooting walls.
So how much time you giving Ben Simmons?
I give
Markel Fultz 2 seasons.
No, I'm not giving him that long. I'm gonna give Ben Simmons at least probably, I'd say at least another year because they probably will trade him because I don't care what nobody says. Ben Simmons has not been the best player on that team. He's not the best player on that team right now, but he is the best player. He's the best player, but he's not playing like the best player. I don't care what nobody says. He's the best player.
Ace, how much more time you giving Ben Simmons?
I don't give Ben no more time.
No more time. I'm gonna give Ben Simmons about a season and a half. And so with that, we're gonna move on to the next.
It's plenty up and coming players.
And then another thing, real quick. One more thing, bro. As a coach, you basically can't say to your player in the press, we basically can't do nothing with you. You can't say that. You can't say that.
I did have that in my notes. Like, okay, Coach Vaughn, he did say you can't necessarily come out to the press and put your mans out like that.
That's the same thing with Doc Rivers. If we pass the ball up instead of shooting a free throw, we don't know what you can't say that. And I understand the frustration, but bro, as a coach, because if I'm a player, bro, I'm gonna look at you sideways like, bro, what? Why you say that?
I didn't find nothing wrong with what he said, honestly. I feel like he sugarcoated what he really wanted to say. I feel like he wanted to say we can't win with him. It's nothing that we can really do with him. He doesn't fit with us. I feel like that's what he wanted to say. But he sugarcoated it, says, we don't really know where he fit in right now. We're trying out all these different lineups around him, putting pieces around him, to see what works, and it just hasn't been working.
He could have easily said he could have said something like, yeah, we just got a bunch of new players because we made two big trades for our team. Now we got to figure out how we gonna mix Ben Simmons into with this new group, yada yada yada. But basically saying he can't fit with Claxton. It's
I mean,
like
but he was losing his
you
minutes
can't say that.
before they made that trade.
You can't say that. You just can't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to say it, if you want to do it in closed doors, fine. But you're saying it to the media. Now now look at us now talking about them because they put it out there.
Coach Ron speaking for the people, just like when he's speaking for the people, just like when he said about like the knee contusion versus knee soreness. He's speaking for the people. He being real honest. Ben been coddled so long in his career, like it doesn't matter. At this point, Ben should have a thick enough skin to deal with it. So we're gonna just move on from it. So speaking about disappointment in Ben Simmons, we're gonna go ahead and just talk about the most disappointing team thus far in the season. So go ahead, Sheldon. Tell us who you got. Who made your list of most disappointing teams?
Well, I got at least two. The Bulls, obviously, man.
Yeah, that's
and I'm gonna go with the Warriors.
List.
The Warriors. They ain't nobody thought the Warriors are gonna be average. The Warriors are average, bro. The defending champs are in the play-in. Like, bro, 29 and 29, and I give you Steph Curry been out. I give you that. But you still got Klay Thompson. You still got Wiggins. You still got Jordan Poole. You just paid them to. Obviously, you expect their play to step up, and you're only average. You at least got to be 3 games above it. At least 3 games above 500. Not even 30 wins. The Pelicans still got more wins than you, and they just was on a 10-game losing streak. And how they still got more wins than you? I'm going to go with the Warriors. I'm going to go with them.
How many wins the Warriors have?
29.
They got more than the Lakers.
Bro, the Lakers are a different story, bro. I'm not even going to talk about them. They didn't even make it, bro. I didn't even put them in there. They didn't even make it. So
obviously it's them for me. And my Hawks too, because at the beginning of the season, me and Shad, we was going back and forth, and I was telling them that I was wanting the Hawks to hover around 5 or 4. I really gave them 4, but they dropped down. What they had to play in now?
Like I expected.
So, you did say that, bro. You did. I get that to you. But it's still a long season. Anything can happen. But yeah, the Lakers, man. Lakers. I'm not used to seeing Bron lose, man. It hurts, bro. Especially when you got AD as your co-star. I feel like with Bron and AD, that's an unstoppable force. And with anything that they put around them, they should be able to win for real. But Rob them didn't necessarily put the right pieces around last season. At the beginning of this season, they didn't necessarily put the right pieces around it. I feel like now with these the trades that they made, bringing in Hachimura, bringing in Vanderbilt, getting Pat Beverly up out of there, getting Westbrook up out of there, bringing in Obama. We can make something happen, bro. But just AD ain't been healthy. Bron ain't been in a couple games. They done been beat with Bron and AD. So team's not afraid of them no more, for real. You got a 14-20 record against your Western Conference, for real. And you also lose to the top teams like Philly, like Dallas, Boston. We got L's against them. Hey, 27-32. The Warriors got more wins than them. It's trash to me.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the most disappointing teams for me so far has been like obviously the Bulls, because with that roster that you got, you're supposed to be one of the teams that we talk about as like a potential contender. Like, we know the Bulls won't be the favorite, but we know they're not even making a play in right now. Like, honestly, that's supposed to be good enough to just be a second round fight, to go there. I got the Timberwolves too, because we're supposed to be seeing some unheard of defensive numbers. They're pretty disappointed, honestly, because it was like they're so disappointed they even traded D'Lo, because things just not as going as great as they expected. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Cat hadn't been there enough as they need. Then I'm gonna say the Nets too, and I'm gonna say the Nets disappointing because it's just like the player empowerment came back to just bite them. Like, sometimes you just can't give in to all these players' demands, and ultimately it just ended up hurting their team. They went from being one of the favorites to now they're like, who knows what they may be. They look good with Mikal Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, everybody out there, Claxton, but honestly, they're a disappointment. They're a disappointment. And then I'm gonna stay with the Hawks too, because the Hawks, I mean, they got like Trey Young, John Collins, Clint Capella, still DeAndre Hunter, still. It's like, and they made no moves at the trade deadline. They did nothing. They stayed stagnant. Unlike the Raptors, where they they brought in, they plugged the problem. The
I mean,
Hawks
we
didn't
brought
do
in
it.
Sadiq. They brought in Sadiq Bey.
Sadiq Bey won't do
Man,
it.
he ain't done nothing.
He won't do anything for him. That won't do anything for them. I mean, what's the point of? I mean, Sadiq Bey is better than you gave up Kevin Herter, but I feel like at Trey is just so much of a ball dominant player. Sadiq Bey is just it's not gonna do anything. It's just not gonna work. So I just feel like a lot of these teams, the Bulls, they're the biggest disappointment for me. You got DeMar, you got Zach, and they talk about getting Westbrook. I don't know. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that.
I'll add another team in there, the Raptors.
Yeah.
I thought the Raptors would be better than 29 and 30. I thought they'd at least be up there with the Knicks and the Heat. You know, they're in the playing. No, they're not even in the playing. No, they are. They're ninth. They're ninth. They're 28 and 31. I think they should at least be like I said, somewhere with the Knicks and the Heat. But they haven't, and they got the same team, they got the same roster from literally last year that went to the playoffs and gave the Sixers some go. And they're not, and they just haven't been it. And I don't know why. I really don't. But Fred Siakam has had an all-star year. He just made the all-star team. Fred been inconsistent, honestly. Gary Trent ain't really been good. Preston Chua, he's had moments. And OG been in and out the lineup, but he been okay, but he been in and out, and he's their best defender. So
yeah,
they should at least be better than 28 and 31. No, I put them up there. But yeah, I say the Nets too, because bro, they were, bro, did y'all heard, y'all saw that press conference KD had today with the Suns, and he was talking about, he said, man, he was basically shocked that Kyrie asked for the trade, and he was like, we had the momentum. They were second. They was at one point second in the East, third, fourth, and then Kyrie just says, we're gone. Like, I'm gone. Like Shondell said, the player empowerment, it bite the Nets in the butt. But I mean, player empowerment, that probably will never go away. Me personally, that'll never go away. You gotta do, when you have top 5 players like LeBron and KD, all of them, you basically kind of gotta cater to them to.
You gotta make them happy, yeah.
So that'll never go away. But I mean, they say, hey man, we rather be average, fight in the first round, than deal with that BS that was going on. So, yeah, I say the Nets too.
So we finna head into All-Star break right now. So talking about like who the top teams heading into the All-Star break, I'll just say for me, top teams heading to the All-Star break, I'm gonna say Giannis in the Bucks. Giannis, man, I think he's winning MVP, and I think the Bucks are coming out. I think they're winning the Eastern Conference Finals this year. Honestly, they're like on an 11-game streak. They just beat the Celtics overtime. Honestly, Giannis, he was playing really good, but he stepped it up, and
Wasn't the Celtics shorthanded that game?
They was shorthanded. They was.
Wasn't the Celtics shorthanded that game?
Yeah, they was. Yeah. I mean, they beat a lot of teams that was shorthanded though. They beat a lot of teams that was shorthanded, but the Bucks are still the Bucks though, bro. You giving them that crazy high level.
They was shorthanded.
You giving them that?
Yeah, I'm giving them that. Yeah, it's bro. It's an 11-game win streak. You don't win that many games by accident. The Bucks been picking it up, and they started off pretty sketchy and slow. Giannis did. I mean, still amazing numbers, but he picked it up even more. I think Giannis is winning MVP, and I think the Bucks are winning the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, he on this streak averaging 37.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was my team. That's the top team right there going into the All-Star break. Milwaukee, they got momentum right now.
So who you naming?
I honestly,
mine was Milwaukee.
I'll go with the Suns right now. The Suns have been better. They've been better recently. Because Chris Paul was hurt for a long time. Booker just came back last week, and they're 4th in the West now. Remember, they was in the bottom. They was in the play-in at one point. And now, Kevin Durant's going to return at least probably in the next, I give him maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. He's going to come back. and I think they're gonna stay afloat. They're going into the All-Star break. They have been one of the better teams. Obviously Denver. You could say Denver, obviously because they're first. You could say Milwaukee, Boston, but one of the teams heading that's on the momentum a little bit is the Suns, especially, and they're kind of short-handed now. They gave away a lot. They gave away some lot of players. So now it's some role players stepping up, and they've been. And they're 32. Obviously, it's kind of disappointing that they're 32 and 27, but what they've gone through and to still be fourth in the West, in a competitive West at that, when basically the closest is like 4 games out. I mean, I got to give them their props. I'm giving them their props.
The West is pretty much up for grabs.
I think the West still up for grabs too, honestly.
Yeah, the West is pretty much.
It's Denver the
grabs,
best. They got a shot, but I would still say like it's.
I mean, they 5th in the power rankings going into the All-Star break.
Who? Denver?
Denver.
I mean, probably because they've been they've been good, obviously, but they've been having a lot. They've been low managing a lot. I can't lie. They definitely, like, Jamal Murray ain't played in like a week or so. They've been low managing him. He probably won't play until after the All-Star break. Jokic has been doing him. Michael Porter Jr., he's been decent. Aaron Gordon, they've been low management him.
The Clippers been real sneaky too. They're a team to pay attention to. They've been doing pretty decent.
Yeah, Kawhi been playing more minutes. He getting his groove back in.
Bro, I feel like people forget I feel like some people forget like Kawhi is a monster, bro. We forget he's like that. He really like that. Because with load management and him missing time, bro, come on now. Kawhi Leonard went healthy. You can arguably say he's a top 10 player in the league when he's healthy.
It killed his momentum, because we hate load as fans. We hate load management. It's hard to be like, oh, he this, he that. Like you don't even be out there. When you out there,
yeah. At that point, you don't even pay attention to the Clippers anymore because I just think Kawhi might not even be playing the game.
I mean, but they improved their roster. We talked about it last week at trade deadline. They improved their roster, bro. They just got basically like 4 new bench players. Yeah, because they got Bones Highland, Eric Gordon, Mason Plumlee, now 3. They got 3 new bench players. Who's better than all them people they gave away? They improved their bench, but they still need another point guard. And Westbrook, I do hope Westbrook does go there because I think he fits better there than with the Lakers. I do think he fits better there than the Lakers because he's gonna have the ball way more in his hands. He's gonna have the ball way more in his hands. He's gonna be able to initiate the offense because obviously when he was on the bench, yeah, of course, bro, Westbrook's gonna turn the ball.
He got a starting spot in Chicago to you.
I don't see the point of going to the Bulls. Why would I go there? And first of all, they're not good. And then now we got to fight to make a play-in with the Clippers. I know guaranteed we're gonna make the playoffs. And I know I'm basically gonna get the starter minutes. Why would I go there? And I heard they said it's the ties
in Chicago.
You said what?
He still could play with his Cali because Zach, DeMar, they still from Cali. You go from the Lakers to the Clippers. That's a lot of internalness. He is from LA. That's entirely switching sides. He might not even want that narrative, that dark horse narrative. Russ probably don't want that.
I don't want to be in the play-in and fight. I don't want to do that. I want to.
He like that though. He like that. Don't he do that? He always fight for OKC. He fought with it. The Wizards. He loved it. He loved that little fight that run for it at the end though.
So you basically gonna go to the Bulls. Probably won't even make the playoffs, play in, then at least go with the Clippers knowing I'm gonna make the playoffs.
That would be the smart move to make if you had the power to make that decision.
And knowing I got 2 better players on my team. Paul George and Kawhi are obviously better than Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Why not go to them?
It ain't always about
you think he would be able to still put up his stats, his triple doubles?
It's about the best. It's about the best fit. It ain't about like the best players. It's about
that is a good fit with the Clippers. That is a good fit.
I don't see how. Tell me how.
What do you mean how? Because he's gonna have the ball in his the thing with the Lakers was LeBron would I was like, okay, if LeBron would play all ball, it would probably be better for Westbrook. That was when he was starting. But obviously LeBron's not gonna play all ball. He's gonna have the ball in his hand. So obviously Westbrook, if he doesn't have the ball, what is he gonna do? But with the Clippers, he's going to have the ball in his hands majority of the time. That means Kawhi Leonard, Paul George won't be the default PG. So now Westbrook has set them up. He's going to be a better facilitator than having Paul George and Kawhi Leonard be a facilitator with the team right now. I don't like that. I don't want Paul George and Kawhi to be the default PG when I already have one of the best, probably a top 15 point guard in the league. I don't see how that's a problem.
I mean, but besides Kawhi's defense, for him to be effective, he has to have the ball in his hands. And same with PG. These are two ISO wing players. They have to have the ball in their hands to be effective.
So you think Westbrook not gonna give him the ball?
You bringing in Westbrook, and he needs the ball. Like, to me, that's a jam.
I don't see it. That's exactly what I like.
So what's the difference with the Bulls then? What's the difference?
I think the difference with the Bulls is like with Westbrook, like I think they're gonna move out the way and let him do his thing. I think Zach is gonna probably just stand on that line and he's gonna be good with just like it's gonna be a whole lot of when you get the ball, ISO your turn. You get the ball, ISO your turn. But I think when it comes to the Clippers, I don't know. I don't see like Kawhi gonna be like just waiting for Westbrook to come off some screen and some cut and some pass. I don't see it. I don't see how Westbrook play style even fit with the Clippers. I don't see it. It sounds good,
to me, Westbrook is a driving kick player. Yeah, to me, Westbrook is a driving kick player. I don't see Kawhi just sitting in the corner waiting for the pass.
He hates that shit. Paul George hates this.
I'll say this.
PG want to break somebody down. So
I'll say this. Obviously, if Mike Conley was on that team, it would be better fit because he's a better facilitator. And Ace is right. Westbrook is a drive and kick out player. But that's what they need. They need some because if Westbrook goes to the hole, they're gonna confine to him and then he could kick it out. Yes, Kawhi Leonard, of course, it's probably some of them that want to stay at the wing at the 3 all day, but Westbrook is gonna give them the ball. If he wants to be on his best behavior, he's gonna give them the ball, but he's better than all the point guards probably the Clippers have had in who knows how long.
That's true. You can be a better player, but like Shondell said, it's about the fit at the end of the day.
Come on, bro, be serious. It ain't.
No, I am being serious.
No, look, bro, look. It's like it's the same fucking fallacy everybody do with sports. If I put all the best people on this team, they gonna just win. They gonna make it work. That's not always the case, bro. Like, yeah, sometimes you go for the better point guard, the better player. But sometimes it's just a collection of people that know how to play as a team with each other that covers one another's weakness. And if that was the case, like the Bulls have Nikola Vucevic. Nikola Vucevic is a top 5 center in the league. Zach LaVine probably was top 20. DeMar top 20 like in the league. But it's like you get these groups of people. It's just like and you got Caruso and you never got Lonzo Ball and them out there. Sometimes it just don't work. Sometimes you just need other people that can do other things for it. Eric Gordon probably will play the role better. You don't need a superstar. You don't always need a goddamn hammer to drill something in all the time, bro. Like sometimes it's just some subtle changes that do it, bro. You probably don't need a Westbrook.
So let me ask this: how does KD fit in with Phoenix?
He fits well because he doesn't need the ball in his hands. He doesn't need the ball. He's gonna. Chris Paul is the point guard that's gonna set him up. Obviously, he played with Kyrie. Kyrie isn't a facilitator, obviously, but he can facilitate when he wants to. But having Chris Paul play with him, Chris Paul is probably his best passing point guard he's ever played with. Not the best point guard, but the passing point guard he's ever played with in his career.
Chris Paul probably the best point guard he played with.
I mean,
what you want to say?
He was not better. Hell no. No, I'm not gonna. He was not better than Steph Curry, bro. Don't do that.
No, like when it comes to like a real.
You talking about pure
I didn't think about
stuff.
I didn't think about
Curry like a.
But you're talking about pure point guard. Okay, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Chris Paul is the best point guard he played.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's the best. He's a best facilitator, like passing point guard he's ever played with. Yeah, I agree with that part. Yeah. But so he's gonna set him up, and KD's just gonna be efficient like always. Like you said last week, KD fit with anybody. It's gonna be a good fit. Now it's gonna be kind of different though, playing with another. It's gonna kind of be the same, obviously, with Devin Booker. another part. But it's like, are they gonna be like how we see in Dallas? Luka, Kyrie. It's a they can fit, but they're still learning. So are we gonna see the same thing with Booker and KD? It's like, okay, you get the shot, or I get the shot. You get the shot, or I get. Is it going to be the same way? I don't think it's going to be like that though, because KD is unselfish. I think KD's unselfish.
Kevin Durant played next to Kyrie. He played next to not even. Don't even mention Kyrie. He played next to Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. He played next to those guys. Him playing next to Devin Booker. This is seamless for him. This is gonna be seamless. They're not even gonna worry about that. It's gonna just be like they're gonna do the best. They're gonna do the best option available. It won't be like, oh, we know KD's taking a shot. They probably won't even be always Book or even KD taking a last shot. They're gonna run the best play available. Honestly, KD's played next to Steph and Klay. He can play next to anybody. That's not even a question.
Yeah, that's why I said I think it's gonna be fine. They're gonna be good. They're still gonna have. They're gonna be in the playoffs. It's gonna be a problem with whoever they play with because they're the right. Let's say they stay in the 4th seed. They're the 5th seed. They will play. They'll play the Clippers, honestly, and that's gonna be a tough matchup. It's gonna be a very tough matchup to play with the Clippers because they're probably gonna put Kawhi on KD. Obviously, you can't stop KD, but you're gonna put Kawhi. He's their best defender. So it's gonna be a battle. It will be a battle if they face each other. It could go 6-7. But I'll probably give it to, I don't know. It depends because I think the Clippers have a better bench than the Suns. I don't trust the Suns bench.
The Suns don't have a bench anymore.
And it's like, Chris Paul, I'm not going to say Chris Paul don't got to do much, but if he don't show up, I mean, it's going to be a problem. He has to show up in the playoffs. There's times he hasn't shown up in the playoffs. So
I think it falls more on Aiden. It's going to fall more on Aiden.
Yes, if Aiden can show what he really is. If Aiden can show what he really is, he can dominate against Zubac. I don't care. He can dominate against him.
He has to get Zubac in foul trouble. He has to. That's what I got. Ace, you got any comments on that before we hop into this 1v1 tournaments?
No, right. I just wanted to see how y'all felt about KD. I think I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Well, I know they're not gonna get no championship this season. I know that.
They got them for the next 3 years.
Like I said,
maybe after this season, once they got to get more. They got to get more pieces. They got to add more. They got to add the right pieces to their bench. They don't have necessarily like a full complete team, but I wouldn't doubt them.
Like I said they don't have to win the championship, but they have to get to the conference finals. If they get bounced in the second round, they're gonna say it's a failure. I know people go over exaggerate. But people are going to say it's a failure. They're going to say, how could you with Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant get bounced in the second round? How is that possible? And we're going to say the same thing. How did you get bounced in the second round? You have to at least go to the conference finals. I'm not going to say championship this year at least, but the next 2-3 years, they have to at least they have to win one. They have to win one or it's going to be a failure.
Yeah, this season it ain't gonna work. Like I said, I believe it ain't gonna work this season for a championship. Maybe second round bounce out, maybe conference finals.
They have to.
I believe they need more pieces to their bench to be complete to be able to compete for a championship. But with those 4 players right there,
but the thing is with that team, it's like the bench. All the bench has to do is just basically don't blow the lead while we're out. Do decent and let the stars come back in. That's how it was with the Warriors. Their bench, bro. Let's be honest. The bench, with the super team Warriors, that bench was never good. I mean, yeah, they had Sean Leonard and Iguodala, but besides that, their bench was garbage. Their bench was garbage. But as long as you have those 4 players, and as long as they do what they do, and I feel like we all expect them. We expect Devin Booker to still average 20. We expect DeAndre Ayton to at least get a double-double every night. I expect Kevin Durant to at least average 26, maybe 27 points. Chris Paul to get a double-double every night. As long as they do what they do, they're going to be fine. And the bench just has to do enough to not blow the lead. That's the point of a bench, to basically not blow the lead while the starters are out. That's all you need them to do is be competitive while you're on the floor.
Yeah.
I think we'll see this team next. We get to see this team the next 3-4 years. So that's good though. So heading into it
down right now.
Yeah, we got Kyrie Irving versus Paul George versus Damian Lillard. I'm going Kyrie.
You know, I think I would go with Kyrie too. Honestly, his bag is crazy. It's crazy. But Paul George, I feel like when
I
it
go
goes
Paul
to just
George.
1v1, the gap isn't that it's not that big. The gap isn't that big with Paul George and Kyrie. It's not that big. I don't think it's that big when
He
it comes to
fucking boy
1v1.
up. He fucking
Yeah, it's not that big. PG bigger than him. He gonna get the shot over the top of him. I'm going with PG.
Kyrie a
So
dog
yeah,
though. Kyrie a dog.
I don't have a
Anybody get
problem with
anything
Paul
on
George
him, he
either.
going right back at you. He dogging you out on offense. He gonna have you working on defense. You gonna be so fucking taxed on defense. You gonna just throw the shot up when you get the ball.
But Kyrie
gonna-
can't guard Paul George either, though. He can't guard him.
Nah,
Come
you
on,
right.
bro.
Can't guard him though.
He can't guard him.
I don't think Paul George can keep scoring as much as Kyrie though. Nah, he can't score as much as Kyrie. He gonna have to go to that post game. He ain't gonna hit all them shots because Paul George got the mental thing.
Yeah.
He'll build a brick house.
I don't think you be saying these Rico Hines runs.
These Rico Rams, I don't even know what the hell Rico Rams is.
The Rico Hines runs, or when they be hooping at UCLA.
No, the gap isn't
I
that
don't know,
big.
bro.
with
These
Paul George
NBA
and
players,
Kyrie.
these NBA players is a different beast in their workouts, bro. Like, pick up in NBA basketball, bro. That shit is so different, bro.
So y'all putting Dame at the bottom there.
Yeah, I put Dame.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie. I feel like, bro, Dame gets
that's nothing against Dame.
Dame gets the credit, but he doesn't get the credit, bro. For some reason, I don't know, but because I feel like him and Kyrie,
Credit for
I feel
what?
like them two are kind of right there, but Kyrie is just more. He's more box office. We're gonna love Kyrie more than Dame, even though Dame can shoot the logo three. When he gets hot, he get hot. But Kyrie's so box office because with his handles, dribbling, he's just gonna be more box office. But if you put him in like who's better, I think they right there. I think they kind of the same. Me personally, I think they the same. I mean, Kyrie, he just has the ring and the shot over Dame. That's it. That's all he got over him. But Dame and Kyrie is the same to me.
Kyrie better at playing his position and his role. Dame is supposed to play the Superman role, but we seen Kyrie perform at the highest optimal level as a Robin. That man, he pulled it off as a Robin at the highest optimal level. Dame never pulled it off on his end of what he's supposed to be. Maybe if we switch out Kyrie.
I mean, Dame was never a Robin to nobody for real.
Yes, he was. He was.
Who?
So
Marcus
I
Aldridge?
don't think LaMarcus Aldridge still wasn't good at that time when Dame was there. Let's be serious.
He was good. But I feel like
Dame was not the best player, bro, at that time. It was definitely still LaMarcus.
That's what I'm saying.
He was the second best player at that time.
How many seasons had Dame played at that point?
Like 3 or 2. He was a rookie. He was.
But you said he wasn't a Robin to nobody. That's basically saying he was the day one since he came in the league.
That's not what I said. No.
No, I'm talking about Ace. I'm talking about
That's
Ace.
what I said. I said that.
I'm talking about Ace. You basically saying he was the man since day one, and that ain't true. Like LaMarcus Aldridge was still good. He was still good. He was still giving you 20 points at that time. Let's not forget. And it's not like he fell off when he went to the Spurs. He was the best. He was the second best player to Kawhi at that time. So let's not act like Dame just took the role better than Kyrie. Dame,
but he's still putting him at number 3 in the 1v1v1 though.
Yeah. Because Dame is, if we're being like, you know how, what was it like 2 weeks ago when we was on IG Live and you was like Kyrie is a tier 1 player. Kyrie is a tier 2 player. Just in the same category with Dame. Dame is a tier 2 player. He's in tier 2 conversation. If you think Kyrie Irving is a tier 1, you're crazy. You're tripping.
Bro, we gotta go through the tier 1s again, man.
No, we're not.
You get LeBron, you get KD.
No,
he's not even on their level.
No, you get Jokic.
No. We're doing 1v1. So we're gonna go Jamal, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. Who winning?
I would say
I'm taking Bradley Beal.
Jamal.
I think I'd take Book. I think it's close, man. That's a close. That's so. But Jamal Murray is third. I take Jamal Murray is third, but Book and Bradley Beal, oh, it's close. It's real close.
It's Jamal.
Why is it Jamal?
Jamal has the shot. Jamal is more athletic and he's stronger than them and he's thicker. Jamal got it.
Stronger than who? Bradley Beal?
Yeah. Jamal got it. Yeah, Jamal's stronger than him.
I don't know, bro. I gotta disagree with you on that one. I don't think he's stronger than Bradley Beal.
He's stronger than him, bro. He's stronger than the way Jamal can finish. Jamal can finish at the rim.
Bradley Beal can too. Bradley Beal can too.
Not like him.
Come on, bro. Come on, man.
You say Bradley Beal don't have a jumper?
No, he said he can't finish. Bro, Bradley Beal can finish.
No, but he said Jamal Murray got the shot, like he got the shot over Bradley
Jamal
Beal.
got the shot. Bradley Book probably got the best shot, but Jamal's shot is right there. You act like Jamal not fucking lighting that thing.
Bradley Beal is probably the better shooter out of all three of them.
Jamal had the best playoff out of all of them.
That was in the bubble.
Yeah, that's some of the best basketball ever. You get to sleep, rest. They play.
But we act like, but you act like Bradley Beal and Devin Booker can't do none of that either.
They can't do it on his level.
Come on, bro.
Bradley Beal do that shit one
Don't
game.
do that.
They do that shit one game.
Don't act like Bradley Beal and Booker.
Hey, Jamal Murray an all-star?
Huh?
Jamal Murray an all-star?
No.
Yeah.
He's not an all-star.
Not this year.
Has he gotten an all-star?
No.
Yes.
No, he hasn't.
Jamal Murray was an all-star.
When?
Jamal Murray wasn't an all-star?
Never.
Was Bradley Beal an all-star?
Yeah, Bradley Beal's made multiple all-stars. Yeah. Come on, man.
That's my point right there.
Come on, bro. Don't do that. You saw Jamal Murray. You saw him go off in the bubble and think he just this amazing. No, don't do that. Like we ain't seen Bradley Beal. Like we ain't seen Bradley Beal been cooking all his whole career, bro. Don't do that. Come on, bro. You saw this. Yes, I give Jamal Murray his credit going back and forth with Donovan Mitchell and eventually winning that duel. But I'm not gonna just say because he dropped 40 points that Bradley Beal and Booker can't do the same. I got a question. If Jamal Murray by himself, can he lead them to the playoffs? Can he lead them to the at least the conference finals, to the second round?
Yeah.
You crazy. Okay.
Because when he was the best player on the team, how far did they go?
Who?
Jamal Murray was the best player on the team.
He was the best player in that series.
When he was the best player on the team,
he was the best player in that series.
When did Jokic become the best player on the team?
He was the best. Bro, Jokic was always probably the player, but Jamal Murray was just the best player in that series.
Not at all.
He's the best player in that series.
I'm pretty sure Jokic was fighting with Yusuf Nurkic to be starting.
First of all, Nurkic wasn't even on that team in the bubble, so don't even do that.
No. I'm pretty sure that Jokic had to become.
But bro, nobody knew about Jamal Murray until the bubble. What was he doing?
No, you gotta stop doing that. You gotta.
What was he doing before that?
No, listen, bro. You gotta stop doing it because you be trying to take like the obscene, far regular fans, average fans don't know. We not average fans. We are full court entertainment. We are not average fans. We know
y'all give average fans questions, average fans answers though.
We're not average friends. We don't be like, yo, who is Ayo DeSumo? Yo, who is Jamal? We know people, bro. We're not the average friend take. We don't take that. We know Jamal. We know how long Jamal been cooking. We know how Bradley Beal been cooking. We know Book. We know he been cooking since
act like you know then, Bradley
Beal.
So
you can't be trying to say something. Who knows him, bro? We're not them people. We're never those people that be like, we don't know these people. We know people, bro. We know who Zach Collins is, bro. We know them niggas. We knew who Jalen Brunson was before he got to the Knicks. We don't need to wait for we know who Jared Vanderbilt was before he got to the Lakers, bro. We know these people before they get to these big markets, bro. We know these niggas. We not the average fans, bro. So don't ever say no shit like that. We know Jamal.
But don't say he better than Bradley Beal, though.
He is better than that nigga.
How? What has Jamal Murray done besides just go off in that first playoff series? That's it.
Jamal.
What has he done?
Man, Jamal be in the Western Conference. He be in the West going off, going crazy, holding it down for the Nuggets. I feel like this is my thing. This is my biggest thing with like Bradley Beal. This is why I really don't. I feel like Bradley Beal I feel like we just fell in love with somebody with the potential, and like he was next to John Wall, and he can shoot really good, and he dunked a couple of times. We like his shot, but what is Bradley Beal done? What is Bradley
What has
Beal?
Jamal Murray done? What has he done?
No.
What has
Jamal,
he done?
listen. This is it. Jamal had a great, one of the best bubble performances we've seen in the NBA. What did Bradley Beal do?
You said what?
What did Bradley Beal do?
He hasn't done anything, but what has Jamal Murray done?
I told you already. Jamal had one of the best playoff rivalries in the bubble that we've seen. What has Bradley Beal done?
Bradley Beal just gone to the
playing next to John Wall. What has Bradley Beal done?
Okay.
What has he done?
First of all, Jamal Murray just went off in the bubble. That's it. But he hasn't done nothing. We ain't seen him lead a team nowhere because obviously he's not going to go anywhere. But at least with Bradley Beal,
look, all you're doing is Jamal didn't do this. Jamal didn't do that. I answered your question. Answer my question. What did Bradley Beal do?
I said Bradley Beal hasn't done anything. But what has Jamal? But Jamal hasn't done nothing either. I've seen Bradley Beal. I've seen Bradley Beal 23, 22, 25, 30, 31, 23, 22. How come Jamal Murray ain't been averaging them points all his career? Besides last year when he missed. How come he ain't been doing that?
I just know that, bro. Jamal averaging 20 this season, and Bradley Beal is averaging 22 this season. Shooting.
Come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Well,
if you want to say he better than him in a 1v1, fine with me. But don't say he's just a better overall player. That ain't true. That's not true at all. It's just not true.
He better.
You saw this man go off in the bubble and just think he amazing. Don't do that.
I fuck with Jamal. I fuck with my syrup. Ting. That man go crazy up there.
I guarantee you a lot of people would take Bradley Beal over Jamal Murray.
I don't care. Fuck all y'all. Fuck everybody that take Bradley Beal.
Take your L.
I ain't taking no L for what?
Take the L, bro. Talking about you gonna be cooking people, but then lose.
I bet, and whoever said book, I bet Jamal gonna cook them all.
Talking about you gonna cook them right before we got on, then just took an L. Don't do that.
Come on, bro.
Come on now, bro.
It's Bradley. It's Bradley Beal, bro.
Come on now, bro. Don't do that.
So moving on to the last 1v1v1. We got Sabonis versus Bam versus Vooch.
I'm gonna take Bam only because he's athletic. They're too slow. Their foot speed isn't good enough to guard him. Because Bam is basically like he's low key like a guard. He's like a forward basically. He's really a forward that plays center. So they can't. None of those. And plus, Vucevic is slow. Sabonis is slow. They can't guard him. So I'm taking Bam.
I mean, how much faster than him than he really is? It's a 1v1.
Way faster than them, bro. He's way faster.
How much faster? Like
way faster that he can get past him.
A step and a half.
But just talking about we ain't the average fans, but you think Sabonis can guard Bam.
I didn't even say my person.
No, I'm just saying though. You talking about how faster? He's faster than them.
I ain't say Vooch. I ain't say Sabonis.
It doesn't matter.
But I didn't even say my person. I'm saying how much faster than them do you really?
I said he's faster than them.
I don't think he that much faster than them. I think he probably more athletic. You got it right there. But I feel like when it comes down to like speed for a 1v1, I feel like honestly, Vooch probably got the better post game than all, and that's what it's gonna come down to. Sabonis probably ain't winning. Like Sabonis, his defense ain't amazing, and his offense ain't keeping up with them. His passing and his rebounding is amazing, but like I'ma probably say Vooch got the better offense than Bam. Way more consistent offense than him.
Yeah,
that's what I would give to. I would give it to Vooch
because he got post and he got a post and 3-point shot. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I will go Vooch or Bam. Honestly, it just depends on who gets the ball first. Because how you say Vooch got a nice post game, he's gonna make that consistently. But to Sheldon's point, Bam is athletic. I do believe that Bam is a step, maybe 2 steps faster than both of these players. It will be able to get around them and get to the basket easily. So we play make it, take it. It'll be hard to get that ball back, honestly.
But that's the thing, though, with Bam. Bam offense ain't like no. I think Bam gonna miss on his own. He gonna miss on his own. Even with like he gonna miss it because his offense ain't really that all consistent either. Bam ain't good for no 20, no 18, 19. Vooch good for that. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because Vooch is gonna post you up like you said, and he shoots the 3, and he gets tip backs. So yeah, he's good for 20. If you want to go about just a better player, like because Vucevic is a double-double. So actually, it might be Sabonis. Sabonis might be better as a player because Sabonis is the point guard on the
I
Kings.
think
He's the point.
position.
He's the point center. He's basically Jokic. He's the point center because basically Sabonis. If you want to add your extra 3 assists, Sabonis averages a triple. He averages a triple double too because he a double machine and he averaged 7 assists. But like when it just come to 1v1, Bam is just more athletic. And
I don't think that's gonna win it for him though, because like his athleticism is like he gonna be I think honestly at best he 2 steps faster than Vooch. He 2 steps faster than Vooch. He probably got Sabonis by 2.5 steps, but I think it's gonna be hard for all in the score on Bam. Bam got the best defense, but his offense, like what's Bam's best offensive game? What's his best offensive move for real?
His post game is okay, but just basically driving and kind of just bullying a little bit and laying it up.
That get in the lane float.
Yeah, that's kind of really what it is.
That ain't that scary for him because I feel like when we think about Bam, Miami, we always like Miami got no offense. If his offense was really that good, we would. They got Bam. He ain't no like what was Dwight's best game? Like what was his best offense? And that shit was crazy.
Dwight had a post game.
Yeah, but his shit was crazy fucking good when you think about like a big man in his offense. Bam ain't got no fucking offense. That's like, man, that nigga Bam.
Because Bam isn't as big though. He's not bigger than neither Vooch or Sabonis. He's not bigger than them.
His offense ain't.
So he uses his athleticism to get past people and jump over people.
He use that shit so fucking much in a 1v1, man.
Yeah, he ain't really got a very diverse offensive bag. For real.
But I mean, if it's like just a 1v1,
you're still Beal. No, you don't really need a deep offensive bag for a 1v1 for real.
Yeah, so I'll probably I'll take Bam, but I feel like Vucevic is a real close second though, and Sabonis, I just not gonna go with him in a 1v1 though. Any other day, I'll take Sabonis though. I'll take Sabonis.
I think he the best on the floor as a team. He the biggest threat. He could score, rebound.
Yeah, I give you that one. I give you that.
Threat. I'm going Vooch though. I'm going Vooch for the 1v1.
Oh yeah, another team I want to say disappointing was the Heat. I think the Heat are in that conversation too.
He knew the Heat weren't going to necessarily do nothing after that bubble.
I mean, they did go to the conference finals last year,
but they was one shot away from going to them. If Jimmy hit that 3, they go to the finals last year.
They still lose to me. I just didn't see the Heat doing that. Jimmy Butler trashed.
They would have lost though. They would have lost to the Warriors. I think that would have went like 4-1. If they would have went there, they would have been like 4-1. They would have got a game.
Gentleman's sweep.
Oh, how many did they go against Boston?
7. I went 7.
Mm-hmm.
They would have lost. Because everybody was like, man, we want to see the Celtics. We don't want to see the Heat because we just saw what the Heat was doing. Their offense was staggering. It basically was Jimmy or nobody else, and Tyler Hero was hurt. So it's like, bro, they weren't gonna beat them. But at least the Celtics, like I still think the Celtics just choked. But that's just me though. That's my opinion. I think they choked.
They wasn't ready for it. The stage was too big for them.
That man Drummond is shacking a fool, boy.
That's what happens sometimes, though. It happens. It happens. And look at the Celtics now. They bounce back, and they could potentially go to the finals again. They're gonna have to go through the Bucks though, but they could potentially go back to the finals.
Chicago, man.
The Bulls are losing again.
They weren't gonna
39. Is Giannis playing this game? I don't even think Giannis is playing.
Giannis is playing. He has 2 points though.
Yeah,
he got 2 points.
Giannis one of them players though. Like if he starts out bad, he do the most at the end. He fuck around and score 14 in the fourth quarter, so that doesn't even matter. He fuck around got 10 rebounds already.
He got 7.
Exactly in the first.
I need him to get 12 rebounds.
Yeah, Giannis one of them players. Like you don't got to worry if he got like fucking 8 points in the second half and in the first half. He gonna end with 30 or fucking 40.
Look at that. Aaron just said PG had his best season ever playing next to Russ.
Yeah, he did.
But y'all saying that it just don't fit. Like what other point guards that the Clippers had that were better than them? Reggie Jackson.
I'm not saying that they were better than them, but Reggie Jackson didn't necessarily need the ball in his hands. All he was there for was to set up PG and Kawhi.
But Reggie Jackson don't even
and let
do
them
that.
work and let them work.
But Reggie Jackson can't do that though. That's what I'm saying. Westbrook is a better facilitator than all them other point guards that the Clippers had with John Wall. Well, this John Wall at least. With John Wall, with Reggie Jackson, Lou Williams, all them other point guards they had, Westbrook is a better facilitator than all of them.
Bro, but my thing is, I don't necessarily think that they need a facilitator. PG, like I said, PG and Kawhi, these are ISO players. They're not necessarily looking for somebody else to set them up. They're going to go out there and get their own shot. They're going to put the ball on the floor and create their own space and get their own shot.
And what has that gotten them though? But they need, but think about it though. If you got somebody if you got a facility, like you said earlier, you said Westbrook is a drive, kick it out player.
A drive and kick out.
Yeah. Okay. So we all know Westbrook's gonna drive to the hole. That's gonna get somebody open. But now, if you don't have that, now it's basically just one-on-one. Yeah, we all know Kawhi and Paul George get their own shots, obviously. But it's like, do you want that though? Do you want it to just be one-on-one all day? No, because if you drive and facilitate, you're gonna have somebody's gonna be open. It's just a fact that are you gonna hit the shots or not? That's what it's gonna be, and that's why I said I think it's a good fit, better than all the other point guards. I think Westbrook would fit better there. It's just like I said with the Lakers. It's just you're not gonna fit. When you're basically the same player as LeBron, it's just not gonna work. You have to be a shooter with LeBron. Westbrook can't shoot, and with him being not more ball dominant, but as ball dominant as LeBron, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I mean that's not his fault. It's just we all knew
reason to put him on the bench and to see how he was thriving on the bench.
Yeah, and when he was on the bench,
it looked good.
When he was the guy on the bench, it worked. He played good. Yeah, he had his turnovers. That's gonna happen.
So you need to go to a team where he can be the guy. Pretty much.
He don't need to be the guy. He just needs to play. Ty Lue has to go talk to him and say, look, bro, we're not asking you to get triple doubles. We ask you to at least get 15 points, at least 7 assists, because Kawhi and PG go handle the ball too. We just need you to get 7, 8 assists and set us up. And I feel like he can do that with the Clippers. And I think he could do the same thing with the Heat too. Because they basically because Kyle Lowry ain't been there. And Jimmy, he always has the ball in his hands. I think he'll work in the Heat too.
Yeah, so, Miami could definitely use a point guard.
Yeah, I think that might be a
Miami. I'm gunning for Westbrook. You need a different point guard, and if Westbrook is available, you would probably want to take that.
Shondell, what are you talking about? Okay, I don't even know what he's talking about. Either way, well, that our host left, so that will be it for Full Court Entertainment with my guy Ace. Shondell was just here. And we will be back next week for another new episode. Oh, look who just joined back.
Yeah, my connection kicked me out, but
Shondell, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, what's the point of you talking about Tally? I don't want you to get a triple-double. I want you to just go out there and set us up. Come on, bro. That's the same thing he just went through with the Lakers for 2 seasons.
I got a question. Wasn't he better on the bench when he was the man, better than being in the starting lineup? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So when he's the primary ball handler, it's going to be better. He's not going to be the best player, obviously. He's not going to have the ball. He's not going to be the one that takes the last shot like Kawhi and Paul George. But with him being the primary ball handler, is going to be better. And he's going to have better players than on the bench.
What indicates to you that he wants to be in that role?
Why wouldn't you want to be in that role? Why would I want to go to the Bulls?
I said, what indicates to you that Russell Westbrook wants to be in that role?
Because I think he still wants to win. I think, if you want to go to a team and if you want to go to a team and basically fight for your lives like the Bulls and be garbage all day, fine with me. But I want to go to the Clippers, who could potentially give me a starting job and let me be the primary ball handler. I'm cool with that. Or I go with the Heat. I like to go to the Heat too. That's another. They need a point guard badly because Kyle Lowry ain't it, and I don't want Jimmy to handle the ball all the time. I don't like that.
You tripping, G? That's not what
you tripping because you ain't explaining nothing. Casual fan, but you can't even explain nothing. You can't even explain it good. Explain it.
Look,
Why he called you
Can't even
casual, bro?
explain.
You gonna let that?
I'm ready to wrap
Two
this shit up.
L's, 2 L's, 2 L's, 2 L's.
Two of them. You can spell my name now.
He called you a casual, bro. You gonna let that slide?
He know he is, bro. Sometimes he is, bro. But he tripping.
Bro. That's not who Russ wants.
Actually, you taking 2 L's. When you said Jamal Murray's better than Bradley Beal, you was tripping on that. I ain't gonna cap.
Hey, go ahead and wrap the show up for us, G. You be the host.
I ain't gonna say what you said last week. Oh, you was real tripping on that,
bro.
You said Blake Griffin generation. You was tripping on that one.
Nigga said, we ain't never seen Zion before. I seen Blake Griffin. That's all
Blake
Zion
Griffin
is to me, another Blake Griffin.
He's nowhere near that.
Yo.
He's nowhere near
Blake
that.
Griffin before Space Jam 2, he gonna be in Space Jam. That's all Zion is.
I ain't never
Blake
seen.
Griffin.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
4 years. In 4 years, y'all gonna be, man, I thought he was going. Yeah.
What you mean? He is, but Zion has shown that he's good though. He's shown like he's really good. He just made the all, bro. In his first 3 years, first like 3-4 years, he's made the All-Star team twice.
Bro, come on, bro. We all know the All-Star has a big problem, bro. When you start off slow for some reason, it's no punishment. But when you somehow get towards All-Star break, you deal with injuries, you get punished for it. Because Devin Booker started off crazy, super hot, super good, amazing, was an MVP, top 10 NBA list. Then he gets hurt and he doesn't even make the All-Star game. Then Zion missed he missed so much time. It's like, did he with the time missing and Anthony Edwards? It's just like it's inconsistencies in the All-Star selections, bro. It's a lot of
Was Zion the starter?
Yes, so that's a fan problem. That's a fan problem.
It's still All-Star selection. The league needs. We all know the fans do not need the fucking power to do that. It's a problem with it. Anthony Edwards, De'Aaron Fox, it's a problem with it, bro. It's a Book, Pascal. It's a problem with it, bro.
But then you have to say something about the coaches because those are the ones that pick these players,
bro.
So
bro, it's beyond.
Like. That's the coach problem that picked Jaren Jackson over, say, De'Aaron Fox and Anthony Edwards. That's their fault. That's I can't blame that on the fans. But if you want to say Zion, now did I think Zion deserved to start? No. But now if he would have got in as say a reserve, I would be like, how is he a reserve? But he been hurt. But I wouldn't be as upset as he was as a starter though, because that's a fan. That's fans picking. Because bro. If you're a fan and you had to choose between Zion and Booker, you're gonna pick Zion all day, every day. Probably,
because
these casual fans probably don't even know who Booker is.
Who been a better basketball player thus far?
Devin Booker, because he's had a longer career.
No,
obviously.
This season, just this season. Who been a better basketball player this
season? Zion been low-key. Zion at one point was a MVP candidate, right or wrong.
Yeah. Wrap the show up, bro. Wrap the show up because I got here on TikTok you saying I literally got you on TikTok saying, is he an MVP candidate or is he just having a bounce back year?
Then you see me put the air quotes up.
You said he
right
bounce back, yeah. Back, yeah, he's not having an MVP.
Another L. I said he was a MVP candidate.
Nah, you said he's
Come on now.
Zion is not having a better season. Zion thus far has not been in comparison to Devin Booker. He has not been having a better season.
I mean, at one point Zion did lead his team first in the West. You got to give him that. I'm just saying, man. Some people think Zion has been a better player than Devin Booker.
You think that?
But this the guy that picked Jamal Murray over Devin Booker, though.
Do you think that?
Do I think he's had a better season? Yeah, I'll probably give him. A better season. Yeah, I give him that.
I'm giving it the Book.
But didn't even have Booker over Jamal Murray. Okay, now.
Book has had a better season. So thank y'all boys for tuning in to the Full Court Entertainment
Too many
Podcast.
L's.
Always, as you can see, my boy Shelly Shell. Don't trust this motherfucker because all he do is say wild, crazy takes, and all I do is take L's. You can't spell Shondell without 2 L's. And we got Ace the GOAT, not even a Capricorn. What really is he the GOAT of?
But said Tyrese was generational and Blake Griffin was generational. Okay, now.
Y'all don't act like y'all didn't see Blake Griffin jump over that car and y'all went crazy. Y'all want to put him in
The
space.
hood.
No, bro.
The hood.
They
I
jumped
want
over
to
the
put him in space.
hood of a car.
The hood of a car. The hood. Really?
Hey, y'all went. Oh
Really?
my God. Lob City finna win the ring. Every year y'all was going crazy
The
for them
hood.
dunks.
The hood over a car.
The hood. Y'all was going crazy for Blake Griffin. He the next. He gonna be this. Come on,
That boy, he was the next Sean Kemp.
man. Goddamn Jenner. Goddamn.
That's really all it was, the jumping out the gym.
Man, that's all. Come
He
on,
hit
man.
shit. He hit a 3 the other game, ain't it?
He 3 in charge. He take all the charges in the league.
All right.